So innovation is a journey, and you start at the beginning of a discovery and you move through it, finding new wonderful pieces of information, and eventually you reach a conclusion which is novelty, innovative, and potentially a one-of-a-kind kind of product. And I think a lot of startups actually go through this and know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So our current problem is that there is too many fertilizers being used on crops, including on hobbyists and in garden supply shops. So urea is used quite regularly, and it's quite high in nitrogen. It actually causes nitrogen burn on the plants. The plants don't actually take up it, and it only absorbs about 20% of the actual nitrogen itself. Whereas what we're trying to develop is a product that reduces nitrogen consumption down to about 20%. So our trichoderma, our product here, is essentially a pelletized unit. It's applied onto gardens and can be used for a mycorrhizal relationship between trichoderma and the plants themselves. Trichoderma is a bit like a stockbroker. It holds back on you, and it kind of takes back that nitrogen and holds it with it, and it trades it to the plant for carbon and sugars and carbohydrates. And so this is very useful for plant growth, but it also has a really good bioprotectant ability. And that's why we call it 100% plant friend, because essentially it's protecting the plant from a whole bunch of fungal type pathogens similar to aka Fusarium oxysporum or Sigatoka in bananas, or even basal root rot in palm oil trees. So essentially it's a bioprotectant, and it's also a biofertilizer and a symbiotic fungi relationship that we hope will be able to regenerate soils around Australia, and special agricultural land, and soils that have become saline. This is a salt-tolerant version of trichoderma. So it's very unique. It's only found in this very salt conditions, like very salty conditions, and it was a very novel find in Brisbane. So it's a Brisbane-made product, a Brisbane-made species. Queensland is absolutely the best place to innovate because it has so many different kind of accelerators, it has so many different types of government facilities, and also the community here is absolutely wonderful. Temperature all year round, fantastic, and the locals are fantastic as well. So Queensland probably one of the best places to innovate because it is on the leading edge of a lot of these technologies, especially in biotechnology, and especially at facilities like UQ, and the Queensland government is investing heavily in these kind of agricultural kind of supplies. So it's much better to do your kind of research in Queensland than any other state, that's for sure.